to Respect, Dance Fest Weekly with me, Mikaya, and my beautiful co-host, Brandy Beasley.
What? What's up, y'all? Got my bling today from Mikaya. Respect, thank you.
You're welcome. I just had this vision and I needed you to wear that to every respect, your little blinged out respect necklace. Well, I want to start by saying I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody is taking care of themselves. Needless to say, Brandy and I are vaccinated up, meaning that we're backed up, masked up. I don't know, I'm making up words, but we're doing all the precautions and trying to be safe so we can not prolong this pandemic. We've had to make some decisions this year, again, by doing the festival online and, whatever. It's going to be what it is, but it's going to be great. But this very, very podcast moment, we have a prophet, we have a conjurer, we have a sorceress, and that is Brandy.
That's right. I don't remember which podcast it was. Maybe it was the very last one, right?
It was the last one, Brandy.
Yes. And I just was like, we're going to be in the palace. We are going to be in the palace. I don't know if I said the palace exactly, but I was just like, we're going to be back. Did I say the palace?
Yes. And I hope that Kevin can find that, which I'm sure he can, and play it for us.
I'm like, girl, we're going to be in the palace. We are going to be in the palace. I don't know how many of us, but
again,
we're going to be in the palace.
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 Because you say it, and then I say it again, or something like that. And you go, we're going to be in the palace. And so guess what? We are going to be at the palace. We're doing a watch party. So yeah, not the exact same thing as the live show, but we're all going to be back for the most part, watching the show on the big screen, and then we're going to have a party afterwards. Well, as of like the last day or so, I had to change a few things because you know how COVID changes things like on the minute? You know how it is. So I did have the watch party at noon because I wanted all the kids to come. But I just found out that if you're under 12, you're not, of course, allowed to be vaccinated. So you're not allowed to come to the Palace of Fine Arts. Breaks my heart.
I'm like, maybe they'll come out early. I don't know. I can't wait to get my kids vaccinated. I'm just like, yes. But yes, we're going to miss the kiddos.
Yes. So basically, that's the story right now. If you're 12 and up and you're vaccinated, please get a ticket and come and watch the show with us and party afterwards. Got DJ and some performances live and be in the lobby. And if you are not vaccinated or you just don't want to come or you don't live in the Bay Area, you can still get tickets and watch it online. Go to sfhiphopdancefest.com. Maybe it'll be right here at the bottom of my screen.
You do your Vanna White.
I'm learning about like these things. You can just make stuff like that appear out of nowhere.
Ring, right? Mm-hmm. So I have a question for you. What's up with the R words?
I know, huh? It's kind of crazy. So in a short explanation, it was like an avalanche. It was an avalanche of words that came to me one day when I was talking to my team about how much I wanted the Dance Fest to stay relevant, to revitalize, to resuscitate people, to have a resurgence in arts and to be resilient. And they're like, what's up with all the R words? And at first I really wasn't trying to come up with the R words exclusively. But then after I listed about 6 of them, I said, shoot, I think R words are very appropriate right now because a lot of them start with the RE letters. So we're reinventing ourselves, we're re-engaging, reconnecting. And so I ended up writing a big list of R words. And so I thought, how am I going to make the festival different this year? And what I did is I picked 6 dance companies from all over the world. I said, here's a list of R words. Pick one R word and create your piece from that word. And if you don't see a word that you like, pick one from outside of the list. And artists love that. And I'm one of them. I'm an artist that picked a word. We love a little bit of structure and a lot of freedom. And that's what happened is, so I had 6 dance companies and they all picked a word that starts with the letter R. And then we did this whole social media campaign where I asked all kinds of people what their R word right now is. And it was so inspiring and so interesting.
Mm-hmm. I watched some of them. Yeah, there was a lot of talking, but then there were some people who performed, who moved their R word. So I like that. I think that helped us to all reconnect.
Right. And now we're doing respect.
That's right. That's right. Respect. And so I'm excited to introduce our first dancer, performer, choreographer, producer, artist for this year's podcast. And we have with us today Faraja Batumike from the Democratic Republic of Congo. He is, like I said, a dancer, artist, innovator, producer, creator, been dancing since 2007. And I'm really excited to learn about his R word and his process and just all of it. So welcome. What's up?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, hello. So wonderful to have you.
Welcome.
I'm so happy also to be with you in this podcast and to be part of the festival this year. So it's like, for me, it was a dream for a long time to be part of this festival. And thank you to Mikaya and all the team to make it possible for me, and all my team will be performing with me during the festival. So it's something big for us.
Mm.
So we have history. I've been trying to bring his dance company to San Francisco for years. It's not easy, the visas, the traveling and all of that, making sure that I can get them here, but I have been trying. And so the fact that we're doing this way, it made it much easier, I have to say. But I think that he's so talented. So I was honored to have him be one of the people that I asked to pick an R word. So with that, I want to ask you, Faraja, what R word did you pick and why did you pick it?
So the R word I picked was revolution. So I choose revolution because it's a word which talked to me too much in many things, because as the history to be part of this festival and the dance scene we are living here in Congo or in Africa. So without a revolutionary spirit, we cannot keep going ahead in dance here in Congo, because there is no opportunities. There is many things like bad situation, or so it's not a place like somewhere in the world. So Congo, many people know just like a country where there is always war. So there is many trouble, and so living here and being a dancer without being a revolutionary, with a revolutionary spirit, you cannot even survive in the dance scene even in 2 years, or you cannot even become a dancer, because apart from the political or society situation, so even like the family or everyone, when we want to start like to be a dancer here, so it's like you are choosing a bad life, you know. So, and I choose also the word because of when I say like my career in dance and my friend and everyone who is doing like dance here. So for me, I always saying like we are doing a revolution. So we are leading a kind of revolution to change or to spread the message for the new generation that yeah, we can make the change. So we are looking for just for a solution.
Wow. Okay. I'm so glad you picked that word. It's powerful.
Thank you.
That's how you make
Yes,
change. Yeah.
Mhm.
Revolution, right?
yeah. Yes. We just want to change. That's why we are dancing. So because here, like, there is many people like. So the situation is not good every time. So many people want to be like in different movements of like to protest against something which happened in Congo. Through everyone doing it in his way, and for us like artists, so we are just using art every day to like to make a change or to bring like a revolution. That's why for me I'm saying okay. So revolution is the word which touched me because it will help me to like to take a message of the life we are living every day, because we are just fighting every day in all the situation to have or to become what we want to become, or to see the change also here in our country. So in the arts life and also in the normal life, because there is many things which happen in my country and growing and born in that. So yeah, make like some revolution in everyone here. So that's why I picked that word, and I'm so happy also to create a piece with that message, because I hope many people when they will watch the piece, it will touch them. Yeah, so thank you again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm so glad that we're going to be able to be together to watch that. I mean, we all need to see that. We all need to see this piece. Mm-hmm. 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 Ooh, getting emotional. Because I just the power of dance and the power, of creating. And I think, I watched a few interviews, Faraja, one interview you did with, I think, Waves, and it was a while back, but you talked about just the struggle of how it's a revolution, or just every day waking up, deciding to dance, and that's what you're going to do, and you're going to dance, and all the work that you do through dance, and how you are trying to change and uplift through dance. And so I'm very much looking forward to watching this piece. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, Micaiah, are you gonna get into the process of?
Oh, okay. So I thought we were going to ask how about his piece, but yeah. So tell us about your piece.
Okay. So about our piece, so I created. So I was the choreographer, and I dance also with other 4 dancers from Goma. So two girls. So they are the only girls who are like in the industry of like in the community of hip hop dancers in Goma. So that's why I picked them also to perform with me, because for me I think like they are also leading a revolution, like to trying to impose like the image or the picture of the woman in the dance, because it's complicated for us like boys or men to become dancers. So for the women it's more complicated. So well, every time I saw them, the 2 girls dancing, for me I'm seeing like okay, they are doing like we have the same mission. So and that's why I always dance with them sometime. And apart from that, I choose also only the new generation of dancers in Goma who are really working hard and wanted also to change things. Like for me, I think like I feel like we have like the same spirit, so we can connect maybe in this piece and to help the message to be a bit clear. So about the process of the creation, it was a bit complicated to make that into choreography, but we're trying to do it with our own way and all the possibility we have. And so we make a piece for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And it was really complicated, like even for shooting the video, because here we don't have a like good place for dancing, like theater or everything like that. So we just create our own space sometime outside, or so where we can just see, okay, we can make it here. So it's still like fighting to just to dance and to also like represent Congo and Goma during the international stage, even if we don't have the same we are not on the same level with other dancers, but we are happy to be part of this festival and to perform with what we have and show people, okay, maybe we are not we don't have a lot of knowledge, or we don't have good place, we don't have many things, but we have the small thing, and that's what we are going to show in the piece. So we are using more hip hop dance techniques, because that's how our so I can say that's our basic style when we start dancing. Because apart from that, of course we used to dance like Congolese dance since we are kid and everything. But when we decide to become a dancer, we choose hip hop, because here, like with the traditional dance or any urban African dance from Congo, it's hard to make it like a career. So we are always doing it just for fun, or just to chill. But it's hard to say, okay, I will become like we have one dance which is called Ndombolo, and if you want to do only Ndombolo, that means you will be performing every day, like beside of artists like who are singing Ndombolo. But apart from that, you cannot make like a career in this dance. And the traditional dance also is the same thing. So it's something which so only the old generation who are making it, like to keep the culture. And even as if we do traditional, it's just to protect our culture, our tradition. But to make it like a career, there is no many opportunity. So that's why we also more in the hip hop dance or urban dance or contemporary. But in the pieces, like I think 80% hip hop dance and some Congolese dance, or everyone using sometimes his technique in African dance. And I think that's what I can say. I hope people will appreciate it. Or so.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you saying that you can make more of a living as a dancer, as a hip hop dancer, than doing your traditional dance? Did I understand that correctly?
Yes, so that's what I was saying, because in hip hop, sometimes we can get opportunity to travel. There is many competition, so maybe you can win money, or but in the traditional dance, there is no. So we can always perform, but it's just like in a wedding or different ceremony. But it's not. It's hard to make it like to make a living with that. Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, very sad.
I tend to think that we don't ever appreciate sometimes what's in our own area and what's in. We appreciate everything from farther away, because we don't understand that what could be right here could be so worthy. And I speak not just on that, but I think about a lot of things that way, especially in art.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like supporting local artists, local events, local performers,
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that is one of the biggest problem here, like in Congo. I cannot say in Africa, because I don't know what's happening in all the country in Africa, but in Congo, so many people don't appreciate like local things. Like in dance, like we don't have many big events for dance. So all the events, like only especially for dance right now, are just organized by our own, like us who are dancers. Like I organized my festival since 2017, It's one of the biggest international dance festival in Goma. But the most of the people who support it are not from my town or from my country. Most of them are people who are out of the country, who are like making like to support or everything. Even the many things which happen, even the traditional dance, as I said. So it's hard to get good opportunity by local people. Even if you do traditional dance, sometimes you get paid good if you perform outside of the country, or if you go to perform for someone who is not from Congo, or only they get sometime opportunity with the government, but it's not a good opportunity. So it's something which is very very sad, and so it's always like okay, it make me hungry, like to make me hungry sometime to see that the government or the society don't even give any value about all this our culture and everything. So yeah, it's still like making us like a bit like we need revolution to change all this.
Yes, yes. And to show the value of it, to show that it is worthy to, yes. And yeah, it's interesting in talking to different dancers from different countries and exploring like how much does maybe the government support or the local community support, or, you know, are there arts organizations that support dance? And it's different all over. I tend to think that maybe there's a little more support in some European countries, and you know, there's support here in the States too, but it's just it's interesting how art is valued all over the world, and especially like the art that comes from that specific place.
Yeah.
You and I will have to go to you and I you already know what I'm gonna say, huh? We're gonna have to go to Goma Dance Festival.
You are welcome.
Let's go.
Let's go. It's exciting.
Yeah,
I know, seriously, with not having been able to travel, and now, you know, I have little kids, but the littlest one just turned 4, but I'm ready. I'm just so ready to just go everywhere. So Goma Dance Festival is on the list.
Right.
Thank you. We are waiting for you.
Yes.
That would be yeah, it will be great to have you here. You are welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you too.
I'll tag along on that one. So we're excited to see the premiere of your piece. How many dancers did you say? Is it 5?
Yeah, so we have 5.
5 dancers, and you're doing hip hop style, like forms. You're doing some traditional. Mostly, you're a b-boy. Is that correct, or am I off?
Yes, most of us are b-boys. So we are using different style. Like I'm a b-boy. I do house dance, hip hop, and I'm trying also as a different dance, and some of them also the same thing. And even the girls are bigger, so I choose the dancer who have like a bit the same style with me, so we can make it like a little bit like a connect in the choreography.
Nice.
And we are also fusing a bit of traditional dance in some parts, like from Congo. Like that's what I'm always wanted to do now in all my choreography. So I always wanted to put a bit of our dance, because I want to show the people that, okay, apart from hip hop or this, but our roots is this, and this is where we come from. And so I always want to connect even 1 or 2 steps from our traditional or urban dance from Africa or Congo in my choreography, because I think it's very, very important to trying to always fuse it in our dance, even if many people from Congo, maybe they don't do it. But for me, that's my vision. That's what I want to do now. I'm working more on that to create this style, which is fusing our kind of dance from Congo and their hip hop or contemporary, or everything we can do.
And you did you choreograph everything, or did you collaborate with the dancers on your piece?
I didn't hear good the question. Can you repeat?
Your piece, did you do all of the choreography or did you collaborate with the dancers with some of it?
So for this piece, I do all the choreography. Yeah.
It's impressive, huh? That's a lot.
Mhm. 15, was it 15 minutes? Is that, that's a
Yeah.
lot of choreography. That is a lot of choreography. So much just like happening up here, in terms of creating that art. Creating that is a lot of energy. 15 minutes. Wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It wasn't easy, but yes, we did something.
It's a process, but out of the many things that I do in my life, creating, I think, is maybe one of the top or the top thing as far as being super sacred, when you're in the room with dancers and you lose track of time and you're just in that moment. And in this case, not just creating movement and entertainment, which is great, much respect, and with music, but realizing that you have this message, you have this theme, revolution, and then you created your own music for this piece. Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct. So I also work with a friend who is DJ, so I give him all the idea and the concept I was with the music, so and he produced the music for me. So it was also good to make it original.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. So we're thrilled and excited to see it in the big screen. And I know everyone else that lives in the Bay Area will feel the same, or people who are just watching it from home. This is different. This is something that you won't get anywhere else. The San Francisco International Hip Hop Dance Fest prides itself on respecting dancers to the utmost, because me, the founder, are one. I am one. I started from that and I continue to embody in every cell of my being the same as these artists. So when I'm speaking to them as a producer, I'm very clear that I'm on the other end, the other 24 hours a day sometimes, talking to people that are trying to hire me and book me. And so next year we will be back at the Palace live, and we are starting calls for applications now. I know it's so early compared to usual, but what we're doing is we're pulling our deadline back so that we can just have more time now to produce our festival, get our performers here. We provide all of the travel for every performer, all of their food and, hotel and airline expenses and whatnot. So it takes a minute to get all of that together. So if you are a dance company anywhere in the world and you want to perform next year, 2022, November, start creating now, because our deadline is April something. And I don't have that in front of me. I don't know.
You got the month. That's good enough.
The month is good enough. April something. But meanwhile, Faraja, it's been an honor to finally have you part of the festival. You don't even know how many years I've been trying to get you and your dancers here. So I'm elated. Thank you so much for being part of the festival, and thank you for talking to us today.
Yeah, I would like to say also thank you so much to you, Mikaya, for giving this opportunity, because as you said, we're trying this a long time ago, like maybe 4 years, trying to see if we can come to San Francisco to perform live. And it was very complicated because we don't have support from the government, had to get visa or many things was like blocked to make it possible. And finally we make it possible, even if it's online. For me, it's like, I'm just feeling like, okay, I'm with you in San Francisco, and I hope one day, I don't know if it's next year or another year, I will be performing live in the festival, not on online edition. And I'm very, very saying again, thank you so much to you and all the team of San Francisco International Hip Hop Dance Festival. We are very happy to be part of this and to represent Goma and Congo in such a biggest dance festival in the world. So thank you so much again.
Right on. Oh, yes, you are going to come. It's going to happen. They are going to be on stage at the Palace. I don't care what. I'm like, give me some tasks. Whatever we need to do, it has to happen. It has to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, Brandy, watch out. Whatever Brandy says, it is so. She makes things happen. All right, so Brandy, give everyone the details once again about the Dance Fest. If you have it, you don't.
I do not have it. I know it's in November. I know it's before Thanksgiving. We're going to be in the Palace. There's a watch party where we're watching on screen. Then we're going to go to the lobby. We're going to party 4 p.m.
Sunday, November 21st.
There we go.
4 p.m. is the party, but if you want to watch the show at home, you can get it as early as it starts at 12 o'clock noon. And yes, both of those things happen on the 21st. And you can learn all about this at sfhiphopdancefest.com. And I'm just knowing that he's gonna have it right here because he's got all the magic. sfhiphopdancefest.com. All right, Brandy and I have jumped back into the Respect Life next week. I don't know who we're having because I think it's going to be a surprise. No, I don't know who we're having because I don't know what the lineup of how it's going to be broadcast. So I know who we're talking to next, but I don't know when it's going to be broadcast. So just tune in every Saturday and find out for yourself. And thank you for tuning in, everyone. Thank you to Kevin for helping us out and doing this. We love him so much and taking respect and broadcasting it for us. And thank you, Miss Brandy. I love you. Goodbye, everyone. See you next time.